Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so incredibly excited to tell you all about Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park in London. Oh my goodness me, it was one of the best experiences of my whole entire life at Christmas. It was something I will never ever forget. It was the most enormous queue. We got time slot between 2 and 3 o'clock and we didn't get into Winter Wonderland until 5 to 3. When we got to the front of the queue, they did a bag check and they did a security check and we were straight in. The minute we stepped into Winter Wonderland, I was on cloud 9. Oh my goodness me. There were so many shops, there were so many eating places, there was just so much fun just around there, and I was super duper excited to get on the first ride. I was very much in the mindset that I wanted to go on the ice slide first. I'd seen it a lot on social media, it looked really good, and I just wanted to head straight there. So we kind of had a little bit of a look around at a couple of the different areas, but then we just basically found the ice slide straight away. They're lined up in the queue, waited about 10 minutes, and then there was a security guard that came over and basically told us that they had sold out of tickets for the rest of the day and they wouldn't be selling anymore. Very disappointed. But to be fair, in hindsight, it was probably a blessing in disguise, because you had to go up these stairs and you had to carry your own ring, and then obviously you had to slide down, and you got 2 goes for £5, so that would be twice going up and down the stairs, just because it would have been very tiring. And to be fair, we did have a lot of fun even though we didn't go on the ice slide. And then moving on to the experience itself, honestly, just walking around it, seeing people have fun, seeing everyone screaming and queuing up for the different food stalls was just part of the experience. We went on the big swing and it was particularly really nice this time because there was a bit of wind. It wasn't the best weather. It was a little bit rainy, it was a little bit windy, but to be fair, it added to the overall atmosphere and the overall vibe. Every single time we went around like a corner, it seemed to just hit us with the air straight away, and then seeing on the ground as well how far up we went was just incredible. And the other ride that we went on was a roller coaster. I definitely am not one for roller coasters, don't particularly like them, especially the ones where you go backwards. But Will went, let's go on a roller coaster. It was one that went really fast. You went up and then it went really fast, and then it went down, then it went round, and then it ended up going backwards. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention to looking at it when we was like watching from the ground, but I didn't realise it went backwards. It was just the funniest experience and we thoroughly enjoyed it. So maybe it was just in my head all along that I didn't like roller coasters. One thing that I will say though is that it costs £7.50 to get into Winter Wonderland as a standard entry fee, but then in addition to that is the extra charges for the rides itself. Everything you go on at Winter Wonderland, food, rides, drinks, I was a little bit like, this is ridiculous. To go on the big wheel, it was £12 per person, £24 for 2 people, but then for a family, obviously it would be double that. And then for the smaller rides, I guess it depended on what ride you went on as to how much it was. The swing one, it was £7.50, but then for the other one that we went on, it was £6.50. But then I noticed on a couple of the other rides it was a little bit more expensive, and then obviously food itself is expensive. We didn't eat food there because it was way too expensive. It was definitely the right decision that we went to Hard Rock Cafe prior to going into Winter Wonderland, because we paid, I think it was about £12.50, £13, £14 for a burger. I got a legendary burger and it came with chips, and then you had your drink, and it was incredible. It was just a really good decision, because then we went in there and started looking at the stalls. Crepes were about between £10-12, waffles were around about the same, and then burger was literally £12 for the burger itself. No fries, hardly any topping. If you're going to Winter Wonderland, I would definitely recommend going for food prior to going in, because it will make it 1,000,000 times cheaper. And then what we did then was we went to the crepe store and just got a crepe, and it just finished off the day perfectly. It was a very special day. We didn't go on an enormous amount of rides. I think we went on about 3 or 4, just because it was ridiculously expensive. One thing overall, and just topped the overall day off like a little cherry on a cake, was seeing the lights. As you go in through one of the entrances, there's just like a big dome of lights I saw it and straight away got a picture underneath them because they were just absolutely stunning. And then at each side you have different stalls, all sorts of different bits. The overall day, looking around the different areas, the vibe of the place, and just in general just being there, it was a really nice experience, and one of those experiences that it will go down in your bucket list, and we will definitely be going back in 2026 because oh my goodness me, it's one of those things that when you go once you go for the rest of your life. And on that note, I will bring this video to an end. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.